welcome to Break the Press podcast, a brand new football podcast where we'll be talking about the weekend's games. We'll be playing mini games as well, and we'll be talking about combined 11s. It's a football podcast with a group of friends who are, I think, highly intelligent in the game. So I'd like to introduce myself first. So my name's Abid. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I think we're going to win the league. And to my right, there is...
I'm Abdul, Manchester United fan, and I come in peace.
Okay, and to my left, we've got the Blue Cartel.
No, it's you. My name is Yusuf. I'm the biggest Man City fan in the world, and Kevin De Bruyne's best player in the world.
And I'm Dean. I'm a Chelsea fan, and no, we are not challenging for the league, as you guys will try to force it on me.
Okay,
Agendas.
I mean, I'm looking at this here, and I'm thinking, what happened there? So I think let's talk about what happened yesterday. What happened on Sunday? Liverpool 2, City 0 at Anfield. What's going on?
Well, I think
Anfield massacre.
we have a whole lot of problems
Yep.
at this club. I think that the entire team is to blame for these bad performances over the last 7 games. Winners in 7.
It's mad.
I think Pep is at fault for the setup of the team. 4-4-1-1. Playing Rico right mid. Matheus Nunes at left mid. I think that's a big problem. And I think it's just all around jeopardy.
Okay, but what about Phil Foden? Why was he on the bench? They should have started Phil Foden, no?
Surely he's back by now.
They should have started Phil Foden.
He's been injured for...
by merit, he's not been performing.
Wait, let me just check these starting... Oh, he was starting!
Oh, he was starting?
Oh.
You said he was...
I didn't know he was starting.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell the difference.
Fun fact, we invited Phil Foden to this pod as our first guest on the first episode, but he didn't turn up. Like Liverpool.
Oh, not wrong,
he didn't turn up. Let's just talk about Phil Foden, mate. Because
Phil Foden. I think it's a combination of Phil Foden and Haaland. And why I blame is him, to be honest. Last season, we saw him at right wing performing, player of the season. In the Prem. Was he not performing?
he was performing at the second half of the season. At the start of the season, was he really performing?
I think he had underrated performances. I feel like it wasn't, he didn't have the limelight, but he was still cooking, creative.
Better than what's going on now.
Indeed. And I feel like, putting him back in his preferred position of number 10,
yep.
I think he's isolated out there, but at the same time, I think he is the biggest problem as well. I think that he's always trying to pick up spaces in places where nobody can give him the ball. People like Gundogan, Bernardo Silva need a way out. Kevin De Bruyne needs to be that person. But now when you're playing this type of formation, I think Phil Foden's always trying to offer the ball in places we're next to 2 midfielders. So yesterday, McAllister, Gravenberch, he's just in the middle asking for the ball. They're not going to play to him. Why?
It's being caused by Haaland not wanting to drop deep and pick up the ball and things like that.
I feel like that is partially the problem, but at the same time, last year, where did we see Haaland, and in the treble season, where did we see Haaland perform? In the box. That's what he is. He's a box striker. But before, we could get the ball to him in the box. Now we can't seem to break any lines to get him into the box.
It should be his kind of thing to adapt. If he's the world-class player we all know Haaland to be, surely he should be able to adapt and then be able to play some next to him.
He can drop deep, but what does that leave? We're already playing Matheus Nunes and Rico right mid and left mid. Are there any type of goal scorers? No. If Haaland's playing in centre midfield, dropping deep, what's he going to do? Score from the flipping halfway line?
No, but you know what I mean about dropping deep. It's more about coming into field, link up play, things like that.
But he does that.
Doing that.
But he does that. He drops in. But the thing is, he's laying off the ball to Rico Lewis and Matheus Nunes. It's not Doku Savino. When they came on afterwards, we saw a bit of something. Doku 1v1 against Trent, cooked him a few times, played a few balls. But afterwards, the midfielders go overrun. Gravenberch, McAllister, they had stellar performances. I think it's also, we should not just think it's just City's mistakes. I think Liverpool had a great performance yesterday.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, you as a United fan, you must be loving him. What were you saying about this Phil Foden, Haaland, City talk? Talk to us.
It's just glorious, It's just glorious.
They've never
City,
like
not 1 in 7. United, unbeaten in 7.
Okay.
No,
okay. So what can I say?
I mean, he's not wrong. But I mean, you touched on Liverpool. We've spoken about City for a bit. I think we need to give flowers to Liverpool. I mean,
we have to actually. Yeah.
The way they played that game, it was like a training session at times. They were just pinging the ball about. But again, I know it was. Yeah, no, you gotta give it to them. Yeah, they beat City in here.
Have you ever seen City that uncomfortable at Liverpool? Normally they always struggle at Anfield, but that was something else. The second goal especially. It's just mistake after mistake after mistake that led to the penalty.
I don't think I think it started from the first minute. I don't know if you noticed in the first half an hour, it just felt like they were on us. We play at the back, they're on us. Gravenberch on us. McAllister on us. Everyone on us. Understand? And I think that's more applauded to Arne Slot. Because I think he set up his team. He didn't ever really press that high against any team he played. He could play Southampton. I never saw him press that high. But when he played at City, he knew that the way our midfield was set up, he knew that Bernardo Silva Gundo, weak midfield, fragile midfield, but also might fall over if the wind gets a bit strong. And I feel like Gravenberch and McAllister just pinned it on them. As soon as they played from Ruben Dias to the midfielders, on them. And I think that just cooked us over.
Yeah, no, you're true. It was very brave press from Liverpool. Against City, of course, they're not at their strongest point, but I'd say the two things about City that we always know, no matter what team, you always know Pep Guardiola's team. Number one, they're the best at pressing teams, and number two, they're the best at playing out of a press. So the fact that Liverpool were that brave to be like, no, you know what, we're not showing you that respect anymore. We're top of the league, come at us, and they played really well. I mean, it's easy to play football when you've got that man on the right wing.
Mo Salah.
I mean, he owns the club.
He pretty much does, to be honest. This guy terrorizes me every single game we play. But it's just that cross for the first goal.
Yeah, no, the way he got it in between the defenders, but still away from the keeper, just a gap to get attacked.
And he should have bagged more. Like
that 1v1.
That 1v1, but he's the most informed
and
player
the Trivela
and the
pass.
Trivela, pass. He's just unstoppable. Like you just.
He's guaranteed himself PFA player of the year already.
Best Prem winger of all time?
Liverpool fans
best Prem winger of all time?
As in right hand side?
Any winger, not right, not left, winger. Best Prem winger.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, cool. Damn.
No Ronaldo?
If you talk about one season, Ronaldo would be better. But if you talk about like
the
longevity, like Ronaldo's only here for like what? 6 years and
he was only at the peak for like 4 years. Salah's been his and
he's done it since day one. Like he's been here and he's not. Even when people were saying like he was slowing down, like his numbers were still like very good.
Yeah.
Compared to, I mean, maybe Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, so we're coming. Yeah. Salah's like, he's on the throne, but like you know what I mean. Like it's like Salah's like he's an old king. You know what I mean. He's old. Saka's ready. You know what I mean. We might have to do like a royal backstab because we're coming. But the thing with Salah that I want to talk about is the fact how he's reinvented his game. Because obviously when he first came to the Prem, he was like a goal scoring threat, as in he was rapid as hell, and a lot of his goals were on the transition and finding that finish. Now he's still rapid as hell. He's not the fast Salah.
He doesn't need to rely on that pace.
Yeah, exactly. And even in the City game, a lot of the times he wasn't in the right wing position. He was a little bit like infield, like in the right mid, and he was just spraying out passes. He didn't take on his man all the time because he didn't need to.
Yeah.
This is like a trait of a world class player, right? You don't need to 90 minutes. You don't need to dribble or this and that. It's that moment of magic, and he provided that. Ake, you know what I mean? There's a reason why Gvardiol was benched, obviously because of his form. But I mean, based on recent form, he's not been well, Gvardiol, but he's a good player. He's a very good player. 100%. Pep left him out primarily, I think, because Ake was back.
Yeah.
And we know Ake is defensively probably the best left back defensively.
Defensively, 100%.
Defensively in the league. And the moment of magic was when he made that cross. He didn't dribble at Ake. He let the ball come in. Fantastic ball from Trent, by the way. He did the pass. No need to go and attack Ake. The weight on it is incredible, and like he's reminding me of Messi in a bit.
Yeah, and I was gonna mention also is that you can pick up any player in this Liverpool team. That's why they're so ahead right now. 9 points clear of everybody else. I think you can pick up any player. Virgil van Dijk yesterday.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't really need to talk about him.
Yeah,
we know how good he is. People will say he's not gonna get to second Ballon d'Or again, but I mean, we're not saying he will. But I'm saying this type of performance is what you look for in a centre back of his caliber.
Yeah, I think we should touch on Virgil quickly because that was a one-man defence game.
100%.
We saw Virgil intercept corners, intercept crosses, tackle the ball. He nullified the biggest threat in the Premier League. Haaland versus Van Dijk is always, you know what I mean, the best defender versus the best attacker, but Van Dijk always wins.
Yeah,
Van Dijk always wins, and that just shows, man, you can't, he's number one. You can't put him down. No, he's number one.
Not Saliba?
No, unfortunately not. But
again, the Saliba-Gabriel thing is more about the duo, right?
No, it's true, but Saliba as well is still a beast. He's second.
Yeah.
He's second.
That's
but
right.
But you know what I mean. Listen, we've got Salah and we've got Van Dijk's. You know what I mean. We've got the heir to the throne at my beautiful club.
All right.
The
Man.
delusional Arsenal fan.
How's it delusional? Anyways,
Like I was saying, even Gramovich. I mean, everyone's probably told what you've seen already before. Gramovich has turned around of his Liverpool career in general.
A flop last year.
Exactly, and even not even just him. I feel like people like Cody Gakpo. I mean, Klopp. I mean, the amount of praise we give to Klopp, he couldn't utilize Cody Gakpo. We've seen it. World Cup in Qatar, it was good. Euros, even the last one, amazing. Probably never the best player in those past tournaments. And I feel like his utilization of them specifically, whether it's on the bench, off the bench, in the starting 11, same with Luis Diaz, even Dominic Szoboszlai, another player.
Gakpo. We talk about Gakpo being underutilized by Klopp. He's here now on the slot. Add Gakpo to the list. But yeah, you're right. I think the last thing I want to ask you guys is, are City out of the title race now?
You never know with them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So what are you saying?
11 points behind.
They will turn it on. It's not obviously the streak's not going to.
It depends what they do in the January transfer window.
But I don't see where we could turn it on. I think even if the player that comes in January, let's say it's Zubimendi or Reinders, who are linked to. Reinders, of course, people are always talking about linked to other big teams.
Yeah.
But he's not. Is he gonna have the same effect of a Rodri?
It's just in all areas. It's just bad. Like, defensively,
And that's what I'm saying.
Chances taken.
I feel like
it's just
everything's
really,
bad.
really
I don't think it's one player will solve this thing. I think it's a whole system change. We needed something.
But this has been coming though. With like
it has been coming.
That you've been doing. Over
It has been coming, and that's why I felt like that. The club is to blame as well. The Alvarez replacement. I was going to mention that if you remember in the treble season, his source of goals off the bench, we say he's the second. We said that City had the best striker, second best striker in the world. Alvarez, I remember he scored at the Etihad against Liverpool.
Yeah.
He scored a great goal off the bench as well.
Yeah.
Even when Haaland was injured, he scored goals. Remember the goal against Newcastle? Top bin slammed it. This is the type of people, these are the type of players we need to just come on the bench, kind of like how Liverpool doing it now with Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz. Even last game, Cody didn't start. No, Darwin Núñez didn't start up top, but they took Luis Diaz up top, just there. He's not a centre forward, but Cody Gakpo went left, depending on the game. Understand? They're trying to abuse Kyle Walker, who we didn't really mention too much, but I don't think
That's
we should mention
elderly
him.
abuse. That guy he's been finished.
Yeah,
he's been finished.
It's over for him, I think. You
So-
see the way Werner outpaced him the other week?
Yeah.
that's
But
the same.
so you guys are all saying that City are still in the race.
I don't know about that.
Who's your next game?
Nottingham Forest.
I'm
Away
putting.
at home.
I think
Oh,
you
yeah,
got
fair
that. I think that's what the streak is.
No, I'm putting my foot down.
I think you'll win that game.
No, I think they're out
But in terms of the tower race,
because we're seeing a squad of aging players that aren't at their levels anymore. Walker, he's not gonna get back what he had, and who are you gonna replace him with? Rico Lewis. He's a great player, but a right back, he's gonna have different issues that Walker had. It's not gonna fix anything. Bernardo Silva, his performances for a while have been terrible. Against Liverpool, that's a shell of the player that we know. But he's kicking out the ball. Do you see he was beating out the ball?
Yeah.
When have we seen that? KDB, I'm sorry, man. You're getting benched for this game. Last game he didn't start. Tottenham he didn't start. He's not got the legs. I think there's a big rebuild needed. And I'm not calling them a bum team. I just don't think that January is gonna save you. You're gonna be in the top 4, of course.
that's a guarantee.
But I don't. Third or second. I don't see you. I don't think you're gonna come back. I think it's too damaging.
My biggest issue, I think that in previous years we've seen that there's certain players, like I remember I saw this before as well, that every year there's always one random standout player. Might not be too expected. Before it was Gundogan. Last year Rodri. Before that could have been Haaland. Last year especially Foden. Nobody expected Foden to have a crazy stellar season. But I don't see a player in this team right now that can have that standout season to carry us over the line. And I don't see where our next win can come. Even against Feyenoord, I thought that was a win. I mean, we don't really talk about Feyenoord, that's gone. But 3-0 up to 3-3. That is just a big, that should be alarm bells.
That shouldn't happen for any team. If I'm Southampton, you can't do that. But yeah, I mean, it's trouble. City are in trouble. If you think the Tottenham game was trouble, if you think Feyenoord was trouble, you're in deep trouble now. But I think we've covered pretty much what we want to say about the Liverpool City game, right? So let's move on to the other action and we'll talk about our teams now. We'll start with, I guess, a game that it should have been quite hard, but in the end your team won quite comfortably. It was Chelsea 3-0 Aston Villa.
Yeah, so you would think Chelsea Aston Villa is supposed to be a much closer game, and maybe previously, last season, it would have been way more way closer.
I mean, Chelsea haven't beaten Villa in three seasons.
Three seasons at Stamford Bridge.
There you go.
We struggled against them, but that one could have been 4-5, 6-0. Like if we'd taken our chances, but I think that midfield, Caicedo, Lavia, and then you had Palmer and Fernandes. But it's, I mean, I would say with Caicedo, obviously he's been getting a lot of praise, but it's just annoying that now that Chelsea are more of a serious team, now Caicedo's getting his flowers because he was doing this last year.
Yeah.
Obviously he had that bad start at the beginning with the West Ham.
Yeah.
The errors he made and stuff like that, and he was being labelled a flop.
But that's the pressure.
People didn't want to move on from that label and just kind of forgot about him for the rest of the season. He has been performing like this. Like, I'm not seeing a huge difference in his kind of play style.
Yeah.
It's just now we're a better team, we're higher up in the league, that Caicedo's getting his flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't surprise me. Another one would be Cucurella, I think, in that kind of regard, where it wasn't even like these players were not good before, or like now they've suddenly been like this. They were like this last year too, even when we were being made fun of in that season. So it doesn't surprise me that now that we're winning games like against Aston Villa and things like that they're getting more praise.
I mean, talking about Cucurella, remember how Gary Neville was saying they're not Spain out because
ridiculous.
It's just a lazy narrative.
Yeah.
Because you can watch the games, you can tell Cucurella defensively, the guy's a beast. When he tucks in, he does what you need him to be. Very solid in all aspects of the game. So yeah, I think it's obviously you guys are in a banter era, and obviously we still want to keep that narrative going. Or not we, but people want to still keep that narrative going. You talk about Caicedo, Lavia, man, in the Aston Villa game,
Lavia,
the guy was a ghost, a Rolls Royce. He's just galloping on the pitch. I don't think he lost the ball once. Retained the ball, smart, quality player. Came back from injury, and people were saying, this guy's smart by 45 million, 50 million, was it?
I was upset when we let him go. I couldn't believe it.
There you go. You might need him.
I prayed we got him. We were linked to him to re-sign. Apparently we had a sell-on clause that we could get him back instantly. And I mean,
we
let him go.
Forgotten previous season because he was injured.
Yeah.
So everyone just kind of forgot about him, and now he's back.
That's the thing that Chelsea have. They have a lot of depth in different positions compared to Man City.
I think that's what's going to leapfrog us in terms of this title talk. Now, I'm not talking about this season, maybe season onwards like that. That depth that we have is no other teams can really match us in that kind of regard yet, I think. Like across the entire pitch, there's depth.
And and that's why I'm not surprised that Chelsea are doing this good. I'm not surprised that you're level on points with us. I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. You're doing brilliant. You're winning your games. Aston Villa should be a tough game. On paper, you're absolutely easy. They didn't touch you. But you spent 1 billion. This is Moneyball. You spent 1 billion on not 30-year-old players. You're buying on, world-class potential. Lavias, this and that. So I think it was about time that they had to gel together.
Eventually had to gel.
And they have to be like, all right, guys, look, what's going on? Situation. The club's gotten a bit more structured. Obviously, big preps to Enzo Maresca. But even Poch, he got it right in the end of his tenure. Like in 2024, you guys are level on points with in terms of 2024 now. If we say 2024 results, Arsenal, Liverpool, City, and Chelsea, we all have the same points. We have 74 points. Obviously, Arsenal have a game in hand, by the way. So we are going to end as the best team.
Who is your game in hand in?
Who is it?
Man United.
No, I don't
know, but
they're talking about in the year.
In 70, there's been 74 games or 73 games in the year. No, there's been 73 points and 74 points we've all gotten throughout the 2024 period. Chelsea are right there.
Yeah,
Chelsea are right there. So I'm not surprised, but it's you have to keep on going. Villa were a test in terms of like on paper. Of course, Villa. I mean, we're gonna talk.
I'm still waiting for the Spurs away game. I think that one will be the one where I decide if we're like confident top four. I still don't know yet because injuries and the December period and all that kind of stuff. So I want to be careful with it.
Do you think Chelsea should move away from Reece James at this current moment of time?
That's a good question.
A great question.
Because I mean, it's like the Luke Shaw. Like we'll come to Man United, but like he's been injured a lot. Like
really.
I mean, he had the surgery. What was in the summer?
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
like
and everyone thought, that's gonna fix him, and he's out again. So
I think it's because he went McDonald's and he slipped on the floor.
He's a Luke Shaw's every week ago. But at some point, do you think Chelsea should be like, nah, this is it?
So the thing is, when Cucurella was out for a bit, we tried the Reece James at left back thing, and as good as Reece James was, like he doesn't match Cucurella at left back. There's no point.
Yeah.
And what made Reece James so great was the fact that he could do everything before. But with the injuries, can we trust him to be that guy that can just do everything? Like, you know, like the way he would score goals from the edge of the box. You know, carry the ball from the defence to the midfield, into the attack. That world-class right-back, I don't know if the peak of him is there at Chelsea anymore. Could he still be a solid right-back that we can rely upon? Yeah, for sure. But I think peak James might be gone. That is sad to say, but I think maybe it's done.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to build a right back, it's Reece James.
Man City need a right back. I mean, could Man City go for Reece James?
I'd like my right back to actually be on the pitch, mate.
But what if he does go to Man City and his injury record just like...
Has he been linked to it?
I'm just saying.
Reece James would be the
perfect... Would you say Reece James?
If you could guarantee me right now, like signing off, that Reece James will not get injured ever again in his entire career.
A player will pick up like a niggle or something.
No, never again. He has to play.
This can happen though. Like Chelsea, recent years not been as bad, but we have a bad history with players getting injured. Like when they get injured once, similar with what's happened at United, get injured again and again and again. It could be like moving teams and just going to a different place where the injury stops. So if he leaves, it could stop.
I mean, I think all clubs kind of have a player that's always injured. That's so brilliant. That's always injured. Yeah, you said Luke Shaw, Reece James, Tomiyasu.
John Stones.
Yeah,
Tomiyasu. John Stones. Yeah. So it's frustrating because these guys are in their position the best in terms of like the league. Tomiyasu is absolutely amazing. You're talking about Reece James. Tomiyasu defensively is a beast. Yeah. He can pass the ball. He can even attack as well. He can do everything. John Stones, I mean, you know what I mean? General John Stones. But like, you know, these players are, I think with Reece James, that Tomiyasu, would I sell him? Unfortunately, I would. Let's get the cash and so. I think with Reece James.
West Ham?
No, he was linked with Bayern Munich. Maybe they come back into him. They were linked with him. They were linked with him.
When?
In the summer, Tomiyasu.
That's no way.
That's true.
Why did?
Okay, who was linked with Reece James?
No
one. We're just saying it. But
I think that tells a lot about Reece James, of his quality, but his injury record. Absolutely kills him.
I mean, we talk about Reece James, but what about Ben Chilwell? Like this guy.
He's done at Chelsea, I think. He's back.
Has he played? Back. When was the last time he's played?
He's back. He played in the Carabao Cup.
Okay.
He played there against Barrow. Like he's back.
And was he good?
He's available, but Maresca doesn't want him to play.
Was he good in that game?
He played like 20-30 minutes. It was a pretty relevant performance.
Okay. He's done. I think he's done at Chelsea.
I mean, I feel like we're talking a lot about Chelsea. How are we not talking about Aston Villa's misfortune?
You need to mention. Go for it.
I mean, look. Aston Villa. What? We make fun of City and win this in 7. They're winning us in 8.
Yeah.
Winning us in 8 is insane.
It's true.
I mean, a lot of people like to, for Aston Villa especially, blame that they're in the Champions League. Maybe they're having a Newcastle thing, but they were doing well in the Champions League. Top of the league in the Champions League. Aston Villa fans are going crazy about it. They could have. But I just feel like there's a lot of problems at Aston Villa right now, and I feel like the hype, and I mean, one player we wanted to mention was Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins. All that hype last year. What was he? I don't know how many goals. What was he?
18.
18 goals.
18, and how many assists? 12?
Yes. Yeah. He was in double digits for both. Yeah. And I feel like everyone giving crazy hype for the Euros, bro. Some people were saying drop Harry Kane and Ollie Watkins up top. I mean, he scored a good goal against Netherlands last minute, but come on, man, like this type of form. This is where a big player steps up to carry their club across the line. And Ollie Watkins, bad performance after bad performance, it's not even like he's not clinical. It's just like when the ball comes to him, he can't hold it up. And it's more like bad for him that we're talking more about Morgan Rogers, about how good he has been, for last season and this season, how good has been. And, I just think himself sums up the terrible run of games that Aston Villa are facing.
Yeah, I mean, if he took away his chances, we're looking at a different game. Yeah. Because right after Chelsea scored, with Watkins had that chance, he could have squared it.
Yeah, he did well against Fofana to take a negative pass.
Yeah, he had another one past Fofana. He took it past. Poor. Then the cross that came in from the winger, he just scuffed it. I think if he puts those chances away, it's a very difficult game. But it shows
last season he probably would have put one.
And it shows that Aston Villa. Last season they were flying. Last season they were a very tough team to beat. Now they're getting found out. 1 clean sheet in the Prem. Clean sheet in the Premier League. That is ridiculous.
I mean, you've experienced this under Unai Emery.
I have.
The second season.
I have, and people were trying to gaslight me into Emery's better than Arteta. We should have kept Emery. No, this is what happens. Yeah, I was just chilling. Aston Villa fans trying to beg a rivalry with Arsenal. I'm just in my head. This is a little bro. Just wait for this season, and you're gonna experience it. Depression. Yeah, depression. This is it. Aston Villa. I mean, wow. Unai Emery's in the hot seat because this is the form that Gerrard was under. At Aston Villa.
What are you trying to say? He's gonna get a sack? I mean, I know they're down the table.
That's a bit drastic.
No.
If he keeps continuing...
But while they're in the Champions League, no way.
I mean, they're 13th in the league, I'm pretty sure. They're below United, below everybody, to be honest.
Yeah, but that Champions League is going to cover a lot of things.
I mean, we'll see.
I'm pretty sure they will go through, at least to the...
But I mean, they need these games. I mean, how easy... Do you think they're going to make top 4 again this season?
No.
They're so far down.
But we'll see about Newcastle as well. I mean, they...
That's true.
And they've kept...
But even Aston Villa, they had a drop off. It's not like, okay, they're doing well in the Champions League. They're dropping off the Champions League as well. I mean, they were top of the table and they're slowly losing games. I mean, you mentioned the Juventus game already. So...
yeah, but that was unfortunate. Like, that goal in the last minute, that should have stood.
I mean, the one thing you can talk about Emery is in Europe, he's the guy. Yeah. In Europe, he knows what he's doing.
But that's the problem, though. You can't get knocked out of the Champions League anymore to go down to Europa League.
True, but I mean...
He's a Europa League specialist. He's not a Champions League specialist.
It's true, but
you're not wrong.
they either...
He got you to a final. He beat us in the final.
Bro, let's just stick to the game, man.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, innit?
Yes, you're right. Okay, we went to the Champions League.
He beat us in the final. Don't worry, he beat us in the final.
He's actually up one leg.
We went to the Europa League final. Yes, you're right. Okay.
What was the score in that final?
Alright, anyways, let's move on.
I remember. It was 4-1 and...
Okay,
I heard you said something that if you didn't win, what would happen?
Okay, if we
Nah, please remind me.
Okay, I'll say it.
Something to do with this.
No, I'll say it. Moving on, we've got Arsenal versus West Ham. My team, the Gunners, 5-2, smashing teams again. Sporting, smashed them. 5 goals again. 5-star Arsenal back. And people want to say that we're done. People want to say that we're out. People talk about City missing Rodri, trying to make it as a big point. What about Arsenal missing Odegaard? The guy's come back and we've seen this guy is mercurial. This guy is the best in the world. This guy is top 2, top 3 midfielders. Top 2, top 3. Nowhere lower than that. He's come in and he does everything. And you know he's been misprofiled. He's not that creative number 10 that he was coming up. He's not that number 10 that Real Madrid thought. He's more of a 6. He's more of a 6 than a 10. He's an 8. He defensively he comes back, he tracks back. When we don't have the ball, he's the one initiating the press. When we have the ball, he's the one shuffling it about. He's the one getting the ball, pinging it across. The link up play between him and Saka is absolutely unbelievable, and that's allowing Saka to shine and be the player that we know he is. But I think Odegaard is worth a mention because now that he's back, it's no surprise that we're scoring 5.
Everyone was waiting for him to come back.
Yeah,
it's true. No, it's true. But when we were having these losses, no one mentioned it was like, oh, Arsenal, you know what I mean? Oh, they lost. Oh, Arsenal. It was never like, you know how City are losing and they're saying Rodri's a big miss. When Arsenal lost, it's
make fun of Arsenal.
We can't attack. Oh, Arteta maybe he's shown himself. Oh, where's Saka? Do you know what I mean? Even though Saka was performing to the best that he could, he was still getting the goals, he's still getting the assists. But the narrative is different when it comes to Odegaard. He's shown now this guy is the heartbeat of our team. He's the manager on the pitch. He's class. And again, the player that he combines with the most is Bukayo Saka.
And there's no problem though that Arsenal are like here with Odegaard. Yeah. But when he's not here, your drop off is like.
It's true. No, it's true, but you can do that with all teams. Chelsea, if you take Palmer out, they're not going to do as well. Even if you have a replacement, let's say you had an attacking midfielder, an AM, right? You're not going to do as well.
Felix.
Yeah, but then the drop off is you're going to experience a drop off. What we could have done is maybe tried Ethan because when he's come on, he's been electric. It's frustrating, but we're here now. And remember the context, do you know what I mean? We got a red card against Brighton. I'm not going to talk about that, don't worry. Red card against City, which was a red card, okay? But if we had 11 men, we beat City. We were destroying you that game. It was very comfortable. Very comfortable game. If we had 11 men against Brighton, which we should, but I'm not going to talk about it, that's 3 points. Again, I'm not making excuses. But I'm saying the Brighton game, we should have had 11 men. And we're 6 points behind Liverpool. And the narrative's different now. The narrative isn't that Liverpool are running away with the title. The narrative is that Liverpool are on top, Arsenal are steady behind, City have dropped. That would be the narrative. But yeah, I mean, I've spoken about Arsenal. Just want to mention Saka quickly. He's gone to a level now of consistency and performance after performance where you cannot hate him. And if you hate Saka now, it's a litmus test to how you watch football. If you hate on Saka, I know you're an idiot, because he's gotten to that level now where he's undeniable. The guy puts in performance after performance after performance. Even against Chelsea, for example, him and Cucurella had a very good battle. And you could say Cucurella won the battle, and that's completely fine. The thing I want to mention is, did you not see the ball that he gave to Mikel Merino? In that Chelsea game that Merino should have scored. Oh, yeah. The one that he missed.
Yeah.
Like we were saying with Salah, you don't need to beat your man 90 minutes. You don't need to dribble. Give me that chance creation. Give me that shot. And Saka did that. That's what I want to see. I want Saka to influence games. I want him to give that killer ball, give that killer pass, give that killer shot. Where it's like, alright, cool, you can handle me, but if you let go for 1 second, I'm there. That's where he is right now. He's dangerous.
Yeah, it's a sign of a world-class player. The second you let him go out, and if they can damage you, then you're a different level of player.
I mean, are you not disappointed though at Arsenal's position now? Because think about, Saka said himself when before Odegaard was getting injured that he thought that this could be your year, or this is your year. That's what his quote was. And now, Arsenal. I mean, people think that Liverpool can run away with it now. They're ahead of everybody by a decent amount, and this vulnerability that maybe a few players injured could hit every team, to be honest. But I'm saying, are you not disappointed that Odegaard, as soon as he left, that I don't know how many points he dropped 9 points.
Do you have the depth?
But it's not even just about the depth. I mean, they've dropped the points already. Do you think you can mount a comeback, a title challenge?
Surely,
yes.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Really?
Let's apply the context. Sporting away, haven't lost in a year, in their home, beat them.
New manager.
But they use the same system. They have the same players. Etihad away. That's a very tough place to come. We draw. We don't lose. Liverpool at home. We should have won. We don't lose. Tottenham away at Tottenham Stadium. Won. Chelsea. The big games, we have not lost a big game. It's the games against Bournemouth and Newcastle that are damaging us, where we have to look at ourselves. But the schedule that we got and the points that we are, I'm happy. I'm happy. We haven't lost. None of you guys have taken more than 1 point away from us. That's fine. 9 points. Throughout the season, Liverpool are going to drop off. We talked about the form table. I mean, Arsenal at the top. We've got a game in hand, obviously. But if throughout 2024, we have been the best team. And I think we can go on a run like that again. Do I think City can go on that run? With this team, how wounded it is? No. Do I think Liverpool can go on the run? No. Because they're going on a run now, yes. But have they been playing the best football? No. Of course, props to where they are. But I think, like with Konate injured now as well, that's a big miss. Of course, against City, they didn't feel it. But City going to play a different way to every other team. So no, I'm happy. I'm happy where we are. The Brighton game, the City game, it's annoying. Liverpool, the injuries, it's annoying. But where we are right now, I can deal with it.
I want to talk about the thing about title race and things like that. Obviously, there's a thing with mentality, right? So you've been in the title race for 2-3 years at this point now. That's why I would say you're still in it, because you guys are used to this kind of position now where you're chasing first place. So yeah, I definitely don't think Arsenal are out of it. I think with the City thing, the point gap is a bit big, but with you guys, yeah, it's that mentality that you have now, which is different to maybe 2 years ago where you didn't have it. Now you've got the mentality. You guys know you are title challengers. So that's why I think you're definitely still in it then.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean,
do you want to briefly talk about West Ham? I mean, Jules Lopetegui, I mean, everyone was saying on David Moyes, West Ham wants to play the West Ham way.
Yeah.
Jules Lopetegui.
Whatever that is.
Whatever the West Ham way.
It's bloody blowing bubbles, mate.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the amount of signings,
I'll just list a few now. Max Kilman, yeah? On transfer market, 47 million euros.
Wolves captain.
Oh, Kilman.
Somerville, he did very well for Leeds last season.
100%.
Linked with Liverpool, 29 million euros. Full crew, who everyone was raving about in the Euros. Traditional striker, because he got a gap in his tooth. Yeah, 27 million euros. Okay, Wan-Bissaka, who's doing quite well.
Wan-Bissaka's doing alright.
He's quite well. 17 million euros. Guido Rodriguez, free transfer, part of the World Cup winning squad. Carlos Soler, Jean-Claire Todibo, and a new manager, of course. As you said,
Lopetegui.
And where are they in the league?
So West Ham right now, they are in...
They're not doing well at all.
Let me see. They are 14th place. So below Villa. Below Villa.
And every time they play a big team, it's like...
But what do you think is
they beat us.
Okay.
But what do you think is the next step for West Ham? Do you think they can even... are they going to end up falling into the relegation battles?
They could.
What do you do? Because let's say you get rid of Lopetegui, like, those are his players that they brought
David Moyes.
You can bring back David Moyes.
But, like, those players, can they handle the David Moyes stuff?
I mean...
Yeah, I think that would probably be their best shot. But my point is,
just chose the wrong manager.
Look at their team, right? Like, that team was set up for Lopetegui to be that attacking kind of team. Can they just suddenly transition into being the park the bus team that... Well, not part of the bus, more defensive-minded team that we're used to? I don't know if they could do it.
But it's such a very confused thing. I mean, even I predicted them. I think I predicted them in like the top 6.
So did I.
Because if you look at the signings on paper, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I mean, in my opinion, he was very, overheated at Man United. I felt defensively, he was strong enough.
Yeah, we all knew defensively.
100%.
Still,
And the same. And they had a lot of attacking talent coming through.
Somerville was highly rated,
very highly rated, linked to a lot of big teams.
Yeah.
Niklas Füllkrug, I mean, I have my hair on him now, but a lot of players liked him. I mean, don't remember Dortmund made the Champions League final.
Scorer, wasn't he?
And how many chances did he miss in that Champions League final?
That is true.
He missed so many chances. Don't give me this rubbish about making chances by himself. That's his job.
It's not just their signings that they brought in that aren't performing. It's the current players right now, like Jared Bowen.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, he did this last season. Like, he didn't start the season well and then picked it up. Kudos.
Baller.
I mean, yeah.
Baller.
What, that stupid red card that he got against
Bring him to Arsenal.
Oh yeah, the
Bring him to Arsenal.
What's he doing?
Bring him to Arsenal.
Okay.
Mohamed Kudus.
And then who else do you have? Like,
the new signings as well. Todibo, he was very highly rated.
The goalkeeper as well, playing a 38-year-old Fabianski in there. That's not really going to help you.
It's true.
I mean, look, we just have to see how West Ham go on for the rest of the season. I mean, there's not much you can really even say on them specifically. It's just like a mixture of problems that you can't even put a finger to.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
that's all I have to say to you.
That's true. Yeah, West Ham terrible, players terrible. A lot of people predicted that do well. They're not doing well.
How are they against you though specifically?
Sorry?
Like in the game specifically against Arsenal.
True. Yeah, in the game against Arsenal, terrible. Arsenal were on the way back up. I think we wrapped that game up nicely.
I mean, they just got 2 goals.
Emerson free kick.
The Emerson free kick.
Emerson free kick. Come on, man.
Listen, there was something dodgy about the free kick the way it was given.
Listen. Apparently Arsenal fans complain about the refs.
Yeah, always started again.
No, and listen, you have Anthony Taylor supposed to be regarded as the best English referee.
I don't know who.
I thought it was Mike Oliver.
They're interchangeable because remember Taylor, he's managed the Europa League final, for example.
Yeah. In terms of rep and with the people that decide it, he's
100%.
Yeah.
He's right there. He's the distance between the mic and me, and he's given that as a foul. I just want to say, like, the discourse I was seeing on Twitter about Arsenal fans crying about the ref after we won 5-2. I'm sorry, but like, if you're winning the game, that doesn't mean that the ref can be excused. It's a terrible decision. I don't understand why we're going club against club. Why is it when Chelsea have a bad decision against a ref? Why are some other fans saying, deal with it? Listen, we should unite together and call out the refereeing as it is. It's terrible and it's shocking and it needs to change. And bro, it seems that Arsenal fans are the only ones that are consistently trying to say it as it is. Because the way that we're being reacted to, United fans, Chelsea fans on Twitter saying, look at them crying because we won the game. Well, I'm sorry, do you not want refs to change? And when you have the game, when you have the decision, then what? Should we react the same way? Should we say, oh, look at them crying? No, I think the refs, it's something that needs to change.
I just think the refereeing in this country is just very,
I mean, you can see the canyon of quality between the Champions League refs, the European refs, the refs we've seen in the World Cups and the international tournaments.
It's not like they don't make mistakes as well. It's not, we're not going about specific mistakes. It's the consistency. Every week there's a new problem.
And I just find it funny that every time you watch a Champions League game or a game in the World Cup or whatever, and you see a bad performance of the refs, it's just kind of funny how it's always an English ref. I remember Michael Oliver had a bad game in the Euros or something, and I was thinking, oh, who's this ref that? I just see Michael Oliver that.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy, great.
Was Anthony Taylor the ref in the Spain-Germany or the Cucurella?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And they came out later and said, oh yeah, it should have been a penalty.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, English refs.
I just want to know why I know the names, the first names and second names of the English referees. Why do I know the names of the English referees like they're part of my team?
Yeah.
Like, oh, who's refereeing today? Oh, Anthony Taylor.
Like we should know everything about them.
When I watch European games, I don't even recognize the referee unless it's Trossard's brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Trossard.
He's quite comical. Like everyone knows about him. But European referees, I couldn't name you one.
Yeah.
World Cup, Euro, I couldn't name you one. If you give me England, I can list the name, but I can list the names, but it's terrible. But
I mean, also standout performance. I mean, Man United tried to match it. This week they're 4-0 win against Everton.
Yep. This is your forte, mate. You both.
Ruben Amorim's third game. Wow. Listen, alright. We can't take too much away from it because, it's Everton. They're near around the relegation zone. Sorry, I've got to take a second here.
No, that's alright. No worries.
My God. Finally watching a team with a system from that terrorist football that I've been living with. If you compare United football last month to this month.
How different is it actually though?
It's just the way that we move, everyone's positioning, the system. It's just it's so astronomically different compared to just sitting back.
The rise of Diallo.
Oh, we just randomly start pressing forward. Oh, one pass, the whole team's it's just the opposition team running out of defence. Which still happened. If you look at the Bodo Glimt game, we have a consistent problem where if a team runs at us, i.e. the defence, either they cut back in or they cut the ball back towards the semicircle. Our team are just there's no one there. No one picks them up. With Murray Hutchinson. Bruno Fernandes in midweek against Bodo Glimt. It's just a it's just like a virus. This has been happening with Erik ten Hag as well. But other than that, I say making steps forward.
Yeah,
Amad Diallo, a lot of people thought Amad Diallo, would be a very key figure in this Amorim system. Not at right wing back. Me myself, I thought would be in one of the number 10 positions. But I have to say, him at that right wing back position is just very interesting. Everyone talks about his attacking, properties, his ball retention, his creativity, but even his defensive attributes.
Yeah, the second goal. When
he's a short man. He's short, but he's winning headers. His energy to win tackles, and even his the goals that he created, the first goal, where it's just him pressing, creates the mistake from Brantford. We go up and score. Even the second goal, where he actually, how did we score the second goal?
No, wasn't that the second goal of the game? That was
he's flying, so he can't remember.
What was the second goal we scored? I actually don't remember how we scored the second goal.
No, that was to make it 2-0, I swear.
No, the first goal was him. Oh wait, no, that's what it was. The second goal was his pressing. The first goal, that was actually I call it an Arsenal set piece. Would you not agree?
That's true.
A slight deflection.
It's true, teams are copying us, you know what I mean? It's he gave the credit, so it's calm.
It's a slight deflection, but it was a nice set piece. Third goal, where the second half starts. Everton, traditional Sean Dyche, go long. We win the ball. We have to talk about Zerti. Great link-up play from him. Lays off to Amad Diallo. The weight of the pass through into Rashford, through the keeper.
Rashford getting more goals now. Is that a good thing?
It's a bad thing for us.
Yeah.
This guy always... He gets form around the Arsenal game. He gets brave.
This is the thing with Rashford. He can't play that striker position. He can't. He doesn't fit that role. Neither can he play Amad Diallo, the wing back role. He just can't do it.
So what's his position?
The only position he can play is the number 10 position.
Don't you think he was running those channels pretty well? I remember seeing a lot of United fans talking a lot about him running the channels pretty well.
The Ipswich game is a prime example. Good finish. Goal from Amad Diallo. Great running again from that running position. But other than that, what did he do?
He doesn't have the energy or the desire to come back and help. Yeah. Even though in Amorim's system, that's what you want. You need. He expects his players to come.
So do you think in your club right now, do you have someone that can play that? Rasmus Højlund, can he run that?
I think Rasmus Højlund will be a very, very.
He showed it with the brace he scored.
Yeah. He will become. I'm not saying he'll be like Gyökeres, but he can have
think about what you're gonna say. Okay?
Don't worry. But he can have Amorim could have a similar impact on him. Rasmus Højlund's best actions are running the channels,
the game behind,
being aggressive, being aggressive like the first goal that we created against Bodo Glimt. Whereas Xerxes can't do that. I mean, he's more of like a. I mean, he says it himself. He's not a 9. He's not a 10. He's a what? A 9.5. Yeah, which is fine. Like in certain games, isn't it? Like the Everton game.
It works. Yeah.
It works. Like he'll be good for that. But I think in the long run, the primary striker should be Rasmus Højlund. With either, I mean, the number 10 position are like 50-50. Like you can change it. You can go Bruno, Mount. You can put Ahmad there, Rashford. Like, there's a lot of competition for that.
What do you think Mount's role in the team?
I think in that number 10
you've not
position,
seen anything from him for.
I think he came in for the Bodo Glimt game.
Yeah, he had that flick. He did the little.
Yeah,
flick
I think
pass,
his.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, he played very well in that game, that number 10 position. So I think if you want to rotate the team, and we've got a lot of games coming up, you could, I mean,
I was going to mention that Ruben Amorim. I mean, people would have expected Rasmus Højlund to start the Everton game after his great performance in the Europa League. And, I mean, he's rotated the team pretty nicely. I mean, do you think that's a good sign? I mean, Ten Hag wasn't really doing that too much.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's still a new manager. We have to remember, he's still a new manager. Like, he's, testing out his players. We still got players coming back from injury. But, yeah, I mean, I think in the long run, I think, especially against the Arsenal game, which we'll come up and talk about later, I think if we Rasmus Højlund through the
that'll be a good learning lesson or, idea.
I mean, to wrap up, how far do you think Ruben Amorim can take United?
This season.
Very good
question.
This season.
We're 19 points, I think.
9th in the league.
9th in the league. How many points? You're on 23, right?
They're on 23.
Yeah.
Us two on 26.
No, you're both on 25.
25.
Yeah.
Who's in 4th?
Brighton.
What are they on? Are they on 25
I
as
think
well?
they're the same as well.
Pull
Yeah.
it up.
No, I can pull up the table, but I think Brighton are a point behind maybe. But let me see.
I'm
They
pretty
had
sure.
the draw
I mean,
season.
even Brighton. I mean, what season they're having?
Yeah, they're flying. So Liverpool are first, obviously 34 points. Arsenal, Chelsea 25, Brighton 23, City 23. In 5th, United in 9th on 19 points.
That's not even that big.
So you're 4 behind City and you're 6 behind Arsenal and Chelsea.
I mean, can Ruben Amorim take you to top 4? I mean,
So-
would you think that's a big achievement for him?
I think if he gets top 4, even if he doesn't get top 4, because realistically, we don't really need to get top 4, because I believe...
Europa League.
No, you can look at Europa League, I mean, but I think this season, the English team will get the 5th place for the coefficient ranking.
It'll be...
I think, yeah.
Possibly. I mean, Liverpool doing well in the Champions
Liverpool
League.
doing well.
That's a
United,
bit
Tottenham could do well in the Europa League.
Does
I mean, you're most likely guaranteed to win the Champions League, which will bump England up in the coefficient places.
I mean, Ruben Amorim is a very good appointment.
Yeah,
That's an appointment that a big club makes
because it was so quick as well.
I mean,
it happened. Yeah.
I mean, he was linked to City and Liverpool. That's how I told him before.
And they were able to get Amorim, but Liverpool couldn't. They were able to get...
Maybe because maybe that's not the route that Liverpool wants to go down.
It's true, but it was...
With the players that they had, let's not forget, Liverpool haven't really signed anyone.
No, it's true, but it was confirmed that they were speaking to him.
Yeah, it's true.
It's confirmed that they were speaking
West Ham were also speaking to him.
There you go, yeah. So it's a very... It shows the maturity of... And it shows that the structure of the club now is
in the right direction.
Going to the right direction, and they're beginning to change, because if it was a few years ago, Ten Hag would still be here.
Yeah.
Until the end of the season.
Actually,
or maybe
up until December.
Yeah, up until December. The fact that they asked him when they did, and they said, we're getting Amorim, got him.
That's the difference.
It's shown that United are going back to where they should be, and now it's Arsenal, Chelsea, United, Liverpool, all doing well. City are at the top. So
and Tottenham obviously on and off, but 4-0 wins.
I mean, I think that's what makes this league run. Maybe not the fact that Liverpool are so far clear, but I'm saying everyone else in and amongst it is that makes this league this season very interesting.
Most interesting.
This is one of the most interesting seasons, because the past few seasons have been it's been a story of 2. It's been a story. Last season was a story of 3 until Liverpool dropped off. Season before that was Arsenal and City, because the teams around weren't that great.
And we knew the top 4 from last year, very early on.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's also, even from everyone's Premier League predictions, I mean, everyone's done predictions before. Nobody ever would have said Liverpool would ever make it into first place.
Yeah,
100%.
top 4
and no one ever would have predicted Aston Villa's drop-off this far down, or West Ham's drop-off this far down, or Nottingham Forest. I mean, they were in the third. I mean,
Crystal Palace we expect.
It's still early.
It's still early.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, one team that we didn't mention yet is Tottenham, and obviously they played against Fulham at home. And then
this narrative, this idea that they go do amazing against the big team, and drop off. They're not helping them.
Typical Tottenham though.
I wouldn't expect that they'll perform a bad game against you guys, they'll probably turn up.
Yeah, they're gonna somehow.
But I feel like they could have had so much more potential. They could have made this even more interesting if they turn up against the small teams, because they seem to always turn up against the. No, they beat United, put a game against City as well.
We beat them.
Alright, calm down.
Quite easy, but yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But if they played the small teams that turned up, maybe they didn't turn up against Arsenal. But
I mean, no, don't worry.
That was a good
No,
one.
don't worry. City are the biggest team, right? City are the biggest team in the Championship. When that happens, we'll get Spurs guy in here. Don't worry, yeah. Or you can jump ship. It's fine. Okay.
All right, stay to the game, okay?
No, the thing with Tottenham, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I predicted that they'll be in the top 4, because the football that they can play, is right up there with the best.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And the players that they have are very good.
And likeable players as well. Yeah.
I don't know about that, but for example, their centre backs.
We got a lot of likable players.
Who?
I like Kulusevski, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Kulusevski. He's an Arsenal fan, that's right.
Okay.
No, but they got Van de Ven and Romero. Very solid partnership. They've got Udogie, who's been struggling with injuries, but we saw last season flashes of how good he could be. They've got Pedro Porro. He's been kind of faltering this season.
Yeah.
But even him, I think he's got the most assists for a right back since last season. In the midfield, they've got Bissouma, who was very highly rated.
I really rate that midfield. It's very physical.
Yeah.
And Sarr as well.
Traditional midfield.
Exactly. Remember the beginning of last year, people talking about title charge.
Yeah,
It's not like that team disappeared.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah, Kulusevski,
But the injuries though.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They had injuries to Van de
I
Ven.
mean, even in the defense today, Ben Davies at centre back, had a good performance. I mean, he seems to always turn up against City. When he comes in last year, this year as well. I mean, even today he had an okay game. I think the defense of both teams, Fulham and Tottenham, were good. But I think what stood out was Fulham's dominance in the game. Tottenham, even with Manchester City, he was out injured for a bit, come back. He was doing okay, like simple link-up play, but it was very similar to a Fulham performance. Lacking creativity up front, but the most unlikely sources of creativity in that game was Timo Werner. A very mean player,
I still love him so.
He knows them well. But Timo Werner, very big outlet for them on the left-hand side. Again, for the goal, a wonderful cross into Brennan Johnson at back post. I mean, Brennan Johnson's.
Can we talk about Son? What's happened to Son?
I mean, this has been a decline. Like, that's been coming.
It has been coming.
It's been coming.
But this is what Son is. He's a goal scorer, but he's not a great footballer. Okay.
Like overall, everything.
He's a world class. I mean, last season he got plenty of goals. I think he was in how many? I think he got 17 goals. Maybe. He was there amongst.
He still always had the goal.
Yeah, but I think now they need to find a position for him to play because they got Solanke now, so they need to put him on the left or he cannot play.
He can't play on the wing because he
doesn't have the legs anymore.
He doesn't have legs anymore. He's lost the pace.
And he's very predictable now to play against in terms of how he's gonna dribble. So I think their attack Tottenham just got inconsistencies, man. If they were consistent, they would be. I mean, for every team, of course.
Yeah, 100%.
If they found their feet and they were like, all right, we're gonna play against this. I mean, they do, but if they could establish a control and a structure that works against all teams, they would be in and amongst it. But again,
Andrew's a good coach. We should expect that.
Yeah, he's very good.
But I think this type of football, and the reason why they're getting all these like wonky results, like one team good, one game bad, is Ange, because this is how Ange plays. His tactic is literally his fullbacks are playing in 10s. And what you get in that is that some teams will exploit it, some teams will fall to it.
It's true.
Yeah. It's very risky, but I think that he's built the team pretty well. He got some good signings to come and try to fit. But of course, even against this Fulham game, Fulham were all over them. If they don't have that creative spark, I just feel like their whole system falls.
Yeah, and it's admirable how he says plan A is plan A, I don't have plan B. But in the Premier League, you can't do that.
You can't.
Pep is the greatest of all time, but even now he has to change something. I'm just saying, for example, you have to change
eventually something will have to change.
You have to change something. So I think I think Tottenham fans or Tottenham, I think they should try and expect that he should change some things because it's not going to work against all teams. The smaller teams, they play a different way. They have nothing to lose. It's like a heavyweight boxing fight where it's a slugfest. Just going to keep punching. Against the big teams, against the Arsenal, the Man City, it's a title game. It's chess. All right, cool. What can you do? But he needs to they need to tweak the system at times because remember last season the Chelsea game, for example, where they went 4-0
and then they did the 9-man high line.
The thing is the high line worked for a bit because they were still creating chances. They could have scored Tottenham as well. But then once you realise that they're spamming through balls and Kukurea is just making the run, you got to change something there.
I think that game summarized their whole like season up. Because like Ant plays his certain way, and because it's like so set in stone that he's gonna play that type of football, it's good. People are gonna figure it out. But when people figure it out, they don't. And that Chelsea game was a great story, like you explained. They played a high line. It worked for a bit. Chelsea figured a way around it, and he didn't change at all. And I mean, they got peppered after Nicholas Jackson on the goals in that game.
I mean that's on Tottenham. Fulham, they got a great squad. Low-key. We talk about Tottenham squad building. Fulham squad building is there. They got Emil Smith-Rowe, you know what I mean? The Croydon De Bruyne.
Maybe
Reece Nelson's on loan.
Man City should buy him.
Reece Nelson's on loan, and he did well against Tottenham. He played very well.
I mean, the standout players, I think, for Fulham specifically were Kenny Tete, Anthony Robinson. I mean, Anthony Robinson, seasoned international. He's been around. He's been linked to big clubs before. I mean, Liverpool fans wanted him to replace Robinson before. I mean, he's just them two on the flanks.
It's a very solid fullback partnership that love to attack as much as they do defend.
Exactly, but that's what I was going to mention. Their defence in general, we always associate Anthony Robinson with that fast, American athlete to go forward, attack. But his defence capability is the same with Kenny Tete. They both drop balls in the middle of the box for Raul Jimenez, but it seems like whoever's on the end of the crosses can never finish, and that's what main Fulham problem is, that they can't get any clinicality up top. Whether it's Raul Jimenez or whoever is up top, can't finish any cross. Even in the game, we had Raul Jimenez, a beautiful ball for Kenny Tete, split all the lines straight, literally in front of the net, skies it.
I mean, if they had Mitrovic now,
that's
or a type of striker like that, because Mitrovic at Fulham, he was a good player. He was a very good player. So I mean, Fulham, there's potential there in the players that they have, the squad that they have, the manager. The way the team. He's been there for a while now, and he's a very good manager, and the respect that he's kind of getting from his players.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, the players are already there. I think it will be, especially in that tournament game, will stand out. I feel like he's going to that club. Exactly, that chance, it was a very good chance, and that was, if you saw the build up for that
the
chance,
whole view was
one touch across from back to front all the way, and if it was a decent shot, tried to bend it. Hit the crossbar, it's unfortunate how it goes. But it will be enjoying that game. Create all the chances, got the assist for the Tom Kenny goal, a straight slammer.
Where are they in the league, Fulham?
I don't know, they must be top half at least.
They gotta be top 10.
Fulham are 10th. So they're level with Man United on points.
They have to finish around that area, at least minimum.
Yeah, 100%. But I feel like it will be as well, like I was mentioning, I mean, his ability, I mean, he was just, it was like his own free run for Marco Silva, and I feel that's credit to Marco Silva, the way he's playing his team. He's going. He pops from left and right. He starts right, comes around left, crosses it in for Tom Kearney. Tom Kearney slams it. I mean, Tom Kearney. I mean, we didn't even mention the red card yet. I mean, the silly red card. Comes on the bench, scores a slammer, gets off. I mean, classic performance.
That's a pro club's kind of performance. You get a slammer. You're the captain.
Yeah.
Off you go.
Early showers.
Early showers indeed.
So I mean, we've covered all the big games of the weekend. And we've done it quite well. We've analysed all the teams and our thoughts, and what we're going to do now is a segment where we have a mini game. So on every episode we're going to aim to try and do a different type of game, so we can have like a tic-tac-toe, football imposter. Another one that we're going to introduce is an original idea that we've made called Football Auction House that will be introduced later. But what we're going to do today is Football Pointless, which you guys are very familiar with, playing it here in my house before. Yeah. I mean, Abdul, you aren't familiar with it.
It's a debut for this man.
Yeah.
So I'll quickly explain how it goes. So I would say like a statement, like name me players to play for. For example, name me players to play for PSG and Barcelona from 2001 to 2013. And what you have to do is try and find the most obscure answer that you can. So, for example, an easy one will be Ronaldo. If you say Ronaldinho, it will get you 100 points. If you say Messi, it will probably 90 points. What you need to do is try and get the lowest points possible. So, for example, a pointless answer could be Maxwell, the left back. You'd get 0 points. So we'll play 3 rounds. We'll do 3 questions. Try and get the most obscure answer, and whoever does get the most obscure answer wins. Nothing yet. There's no punishments yet. There's no forfeits. But I guess if you win, we'll make a leaderboard of
the
the points.
board.
Now you mentioned the points. What do you think the forfeits should be if someone loses a pointless games?
Yeah, it's true.
we should ask
If
that,
there's
yeah.
any forfeits, like we can conjure up ourselves.
Nothing crazy,
You let us
please.
know.
We
And
should
yeah,
have a fourth if we're not winning.
Yeah, that's true.
nice
We
stuff,
should have
right?
found
don't worry.
that.
Off camera, there will be a few, like, you know what I mean. But you guys can play as well in the comments. As well, comment the score, see what you get, and you can be ahead of Yusuf and Abdul.
Yeah, not hard. Not hard.
So yeah,
Whoa, what the hell?
yeah, nice. So
I watched football before 2012.
Alright, calm down.
So yeah, I mean, we'll start. So you can't look. No.
Oh, sorry.
So I've got the questions on my phone.
I'll look in that direction.
Okay, I've got the questions
nice,
on my phone.
Wait, tilt it up a bit
Okay.
more. Yeah.
So the first pointless question is: name any player to make a senior appearance for both Manchester United and Real Madrid since 1992, and there are 10 possible answers.
So how long do we have to come up with an answer?
So any from any time, Real Madrid.
From 1992 to now. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you a clue for the pointless answer.
Nah.
No, yeah, not give a clue.
Okay. All right. Cool. So don't worry. You guys think.
No, give a clue.
Give a clue.
How long do you have as well?
You got 20 seconds.
Alright.
Oh wait, are we going like one by one? Or are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One by one.
Okay, we'll start from you.
Okay.
then.
So the pointless hint is that the two pointless answers, they're defenders. Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, they're defenders. So go, guys. Let's start the countdown.
no.
Is on.
Wait, so
Yeah, the time.
played for United and Madrid?
Yes.
Okay.
And defenders. Wait, from what year?
1992 onwards. Don't think, if you can't think the pointless answer, just think of who you can.
Yeah. I've got a player locked in case.
Okay.
I got play as well.
But defenders.
Alright, 10.
Chill. Give
Nine.
Give
I don't have a good answer.
Okay, alright, cool.
Okay.
Five.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
5 more seconds for the amateur.
Okay.
Alright, no, I got. I'm trying to think of the defender.
I'm blanked. I don't have a
I just want to
good
try to get the pointless defender.
Alright,
I'd
10,
like to go?
9,
Okay.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can I go first?
We'll start with Abdul.
Rafael Varane.
Rafael Varane is on the list. He is on the list.
Alright, don't say that.
Yusuf?
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
what I was gonna go
man.
with.
He's on the list.
That was my answer was Varane. I'm just gonna
Okay.
You can still say Varane if you had it.
Yeah, you say
Yeah, I'll
Varane.
take Varane. Take Varane.
So,
That's the only one I can think of.
I'll name a few, yeah? So, David Beckham
Yeah.
was 64 points.
Yeah, that was the first one. Though.
Rafael Varane was 51 points.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's quite
So
high.
he wasn't that.
Ruud van Nistelrooy,
That's good.
25.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
a good
one.
point.
Yeah.
And now we're going to the top 4, top 5, okay? Michael Owen, 21 points.
Oh, that's
That
a
would be
good
a good
one.
choice.
Chicharito, Javier Hernandez,
That's a sick one.
10 points.
That's a sick one.
Now the pointless
Who's
answers.
the other, I want to know who that other defender is.
Okay, the pointless answers. First one's quite tricky. He played Blue Argentina. Gabriel Haynes, the centre back.
I was thinking of him. Why didn't I say him?
And the easier pointless answer, Sergio Reguilon. Regulon.
Oh, yeah, fair.
No way.
2018,
To be fair, that's a
19.
good
it's
pointless
the loan
answer.
spell, isn't it?
That's a good
Yeah.
pointless
That's
answer. That's a good pointless
pointless
answer. So how much was there? One's both for?
51.
So you two are on 51. If you can keep a score of that mentally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
51, 51.
Your one was on 61. So
wait.
25 points.
25,
25.
How is Ruud van Nistelrooy lower?
Because Varane is more recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's such.
And Varane did. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Alright, next one.
Next question, bro.
Don't
Next
worry,
question.
don't worry. Next
You'll
one.
come
next
back.
one,
how much
next
was
one.
Ronaldo?
Ronaldo,
That's gotta be
99.
100.
Yeah.
If you said Ronaldo.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you
god.
might as well just answer. So next one, yeah? This one's a bit easier. Because there's 10 possible answers.
Alright.
Name any Premier League player to be on the shortlist for the 2024 Ballon d'Or. And there's 10 answers.
Oh,
Premier
God.
League player.
Premier League players.
Shortlist, as in like top 50.
Yeah.
Can we get a hint?
No. This one, think of the most obscure answer. It's 10 names. They're all world-class players. Or they're all good players. You're not going to have a bum in there, are you?
Yeah.
What happens if you don't get the
It's
answer?
wrong.
You get 100.
You get 100.
If you can't say anything, or if not on my list,
Should have said Ronaldo.
because there's 10, you get a bit less time.
Okay.
I got a good answer.
Wait, so wait, 2024 Premier League, what, Player of the Year?
No, Ballon d'Or.
Is it on the
Ballon
Ballon
d'Or.
d'Or top 50 Premier League players?
Okay.
10, 9,
I don't want to risk it. I don't know if you need it. Actually, no, he did. Okay, I got
7,
it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with you, Dean.
Ollie Watkins.
Ollie Watkins is not on the list.
Oh,
Yusuf?
this is risky. I'm pretty sure Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, that's an obvious one.
Ruben Diaz is on the list.
That's an
Abdul?
obvious one.
I'm gonna go with Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Decent answer.
Not on the list.
Oh, 200.
So I'll say all of the top 10, okay?
Yeah.
Rodri, 79.
Okay.
Erling Haaland, 75. Phil Foden, 67. Bukayo Saka, 50. Cole Palmer, 38.
How is that
I was
so...
gonna go with Cole Palmer.
I was going to say Palmer, but that...
Ruben Diaz, 26.
Okay, that's not bad.
Declan Rice, 22. William Saliba, 18. Martin Odegaard, 15. And the lowest answer of 6, Emiliano Martinez.
Oh,
I should have went with Saliba.
no,
Why
no.
did I
If I gave
That's
a clue,
obvious.
they would have given it.
Yeah. So that's 100 vote for them.
100, so you're on
We're
151.
both are under 51.
And you are on
At 25 plus what? 26?
26.
So that's 51.
Alright, cool. And the last question for Football Pointless for tonight's episode is: name any player to take a penalty in the 2022 World Cup final shootout between France and Argentina.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, there's only 8 answers. Yeah?
No pointless. The lowest is 10.
The lowest is 10.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, how did you know that?
There was no cutting or cutting of the footage. we promise.
This guy's cheating.
Yo, what's going on
He's a
there?
cheater. Alright, you're getting 10 seconds only because it should be easy.
Yeah.
No?
yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arsenal first. Alright, let's go. So we'll start with Yusuf this time.
Molina.
Molina.
Huh?
I said that's
Wait, why is it
100.
Molina?
No,
No, shut up.
no.
No.
He took a penalty,
No.
but he's not on my list.
No!
Okay.
I got mixed up. I messed up.
Abdul.
Montiel.
No!
He's on the list.
Paredes.
He's on the list.
Shit, we're fine. 1v1.
Lionel Messi, 95. Mbappe, 93. Montiel,
I'm done.
39.
Oh.
It's not bad. Chouameni, 36. Kingsley Coleman, 28. Dybala, 19. Randall Kolo Muani, 15. And the lowest answer of 10, Leandro Paredes. So how many points did you get that for? 161?
161.
What's me? 151 plus, what was it?
39.
What's that?
190.
190.
Yeah,
And you?
190.
51 plus what? Or how
100.
much was
100.
100.
150.
Wait, he's-
I could have won.
No,
He
still
still won.
first,
He
first,
still
first,
won.
first.
1-5.
Yeah, okay, I mean, that's what happens, man. If you fumble here,
Well,
You
the
go
comments,
for
sure
the,
he's
comments,
such
I blamed the
obvious
cop,
one.
bro. I had Montiel in my head.
the people in the comments could win.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's so obvious.
you guys
though.
can
Come
somehow
on.
get 3 out of 3. If you do, then who got the lowest?
He did by
Yeah,
151.
151.
151. That's unfair.
Yeah, I mean, you
It's
couldn't
easy
overtake
score
You
him
for
can try and
so-
beat a City fan at football knowledge, which shouldn't be hard, but these two made it look somewhat hard.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
Nah, we went for some. He went for Reece Van Nistelrooy with such an obvious pick.
What do you mean? That's
Varane
not
was
that
also
bad.
obvious. So do you
That
mean-
was bad.
Yeah,
Varane.
Varane is the
He
most.
said centre
Varane
back.
is probably the most obvious answer said.
Exactly.
He said centre back.
Yeah, but that's not the only side I've played. But
As a defender,
That's
not
Yeah,
centre back.
Who's the other defenders?
It was Heinz.
Regular.
Reguilon and Gabriel Heinze.
yeah.
I had Heinze in my head, but I wasn't sure if he played for
Yeah, I
him.
mean,
Alright,
that's pointless done. That's the mini game segment,
Football,
and that's how it's
brilliant.
gonna go. We're gonna have different games each week, different hosts for the game, so I'll get involved. Maybe I'm the best. Maybe I'm the worst. It won't be, but we can test that out. And so the last thing we're gonna do in this week's podcast is in two days we've got a very, very big match. Big in the terms of like Premier League heritage,
Yeah, I'd say.
which is.
The social media derby.
Yeah, the derby of Twitter, the derby of Instagram, the derby of
Exactly.
TikTok, where you're going to see all of us and where you're going to see our content. But yeah, so I think we do a combined 11, and so it'll be
Current form or just in general?
current form and in general. If
Okay.
you have a good case, you
Then
can
you
make
can
it. And
make
these two are basically the lawyers. They're going to see,
No bias
alright.
here, no bias.
No
4-3-3
bias.
or 3-4-3? What are we going for?
No, 4-3-3.
4-3-3, 4-3-3.
If you play a free against the 3-4-3,
Yeah.
man, calm
I
down.
mean, I'm going
It's
to
got the same numbers in the formation.
I'm gonna dive straight in. Goalkeeper is David Raya. We don't need. And Onana is very
I'm
very
gonna
good
back
this
my
season.
case on Onana,
no.
right?
Onana is very good, but Raya is consistently
Yeah,
now.
he's
He's
been
a
at a
top
new
keeper.
level for a whole year
But
and a half.
I'd like to argue the fact that okay, everyone thought that Onana was a bozo last year, and I agree that guy touched our performance.
But he's been okay, but now he's become.
But this
good.
season, innit? I think he, especially look at that Ipswich game.
I say basically
like he saved us.
Yeah.
What you call against Everton? That Dominic Calvert-Lewin header.
Yeah.
That could be a goal. He's got the most clean sheets out of
That's
every.
true.
He's got more. He's conceded less goals than David Raya.
That's
No,
true.
No,
You
wait,
know
wait.
what?
Higher save percentage than David
okay.
Raya.
Which
Yeah,
doesn't.
that's
Which doesn't.
Stats
That
out.
Alright, cool. Alright. What was Onana brought in to do? He was brought in to be this modern keeper of distributing the ball. We haven't seen that. Even this season, Onana's not been great at kicking the ball. Raya, we knew at Brentford he was supposed to be amazing at the ball. This season in particular, he's breaking lines from his passes in the goal. Against West Ham, for example, when they press in us, we give it to Raya, chill. He gives a pass straight into Odegaard and the attack is done. His ball distribution this season has been immense. This season, and he's actually been doing what he's been brought in to do. He's not been the best keeper, but this season he's pulling off amazing saves. He's pulling off amazing saves.
That's true, but
I think Onana's distribution has been good this season.
No, not to the level we're seeing at Inter, and not to the level that we were expecting. This is
but under Ruben Amorim, his role is not to try and pick up players long. It's more close, quick throw in.
Of course, but what I'm saying is that's what he was brought in to do, and we haven't seen it. If your role isn't that, you're still going to be expected to do that.
Yeah.
You're still going to be expected to do that. Raya's coming. He had bigs. You're talking about Onana last season. Do you not remember Raya? At the start, Ramsdale versus Raya. That was a whole media thing.
Yeah.
That was everyone. Onana was like between United fans in general. And Onana picked up his performances last season. It was at the start and he got better, right?
Yeah.
Raya, the whole of last season, he was shaky at times. This season, he's shown he doesn't put a foot wrong.
Except for against Bournemouth with that penalty.
oh,
What do you mean?
You're the one where you lost.
Yeah, but what did he do?
Give away a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, that happens, isn't it? If you're getting rushed at the
If
keeper.
we're going to talk about mistakes,
I mean,
and we're talking about Onana.
But for basing on this season, which we should be, I mean, look, it doesn't have to bring the lawyers for this argument.
I'm torn between
I'm more swayed to Onana.
The reason why I'm thinking Onana is because we know Arsenal are going to dominate this. Like, I want them getting a few players.
I don't think we should even. I don't think it's even a charity. You act like it's charity.
Oh wait, then it is charity.
I think Onana has come in and he's for this season specifically on current form. What he will turn up to the Arsenal game with.
We would have so many less points.
And also, like you said, most
Same
clean
to
sheets.
Raya. The funny thing is,
Most clean sheets.
That is true.
Least goals
And we
this
can see
season.
less goals than you and you.
and let's apply context. We can apply context to that. If you
Okay.
want.
Go
We
on.
faced better teams. We
Who?
faced better. We faced City.
Yeah.
We faced Liverpool.
We faced Liverpool.
Yeah, we faced Chelsea.
We faced Tottenham. We faced Chelsea.
We faced Tottenham.
Yeah.
But we played two. We
I like
played.
Spain.
I like
We
Spain.
played Brighton. But we played.
We played Brighton.
We played two. Okay. He's not let me land. He's not let me land. We played 2 games with 10 men. Of course, we're gonna face
Yo,
more
discipline.
shots. Okay. Listen.
But it's based on the keeper.
Let me just add one more thing in, yeah? This season, the narrative was that Raya was saving us. The Inter game, Atalanta. Because we lost against Bournemouth and Newcastle, yeah, now no one's talking about Raya anymore.
I don't think.
Remember Raya was talked about.
Look, I think it's tight. I mean, look, my vote is on Onana. What is your vote here?
I'm going to go with David Raya.
Thank you.
I'll go
It's a
with
joke.
We can leave it to the comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Onana is
Yeah.
brilliant. Onana, and
We have to have something.
I backed Onana last season, but I'm saying that Raya. How are you saying you saved so many points? Raya this season,
No, I agree.
up until the Bournemouth game, people were talking about him every week. He was one of our best players. This season, he's been one of our best players.
That's true.
He got us through. You talk about you saving points. All those draws we got, we would have lost if it wasn't David
But
Raya.
I feel like every time I watch United, Onana always makes a big save. He always makes a crazy save. Something like.
Then that's not fair though, because they're gonna concede more shots than us. We've got the best defense in the league.
But it's on the individual keeper, no? I mean, look.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tough,
and
tough.
it's harder for a keeper who doesn't face a shot.
Are we allowed to leave as a draw?
I'll give him Onana, but let me just finish on one thing. It's harder for a keeper who doesn't have to do anything for 80 minutes to make a save.
I mean, we'll see if Onana is better.
That's true.
than Raya
We'll
in
find
the
out.
Arsenal
We'll
game.
find
We'll
out.
find out.
I will give you Onana.
Okay, go on Onana.
Right back, Timber.
Mazraoui.
No. I'll
Okay.
No, I'll give you Timber at left back.
No. I'll give you Mazraoui at left back. Timber's right back. No, Timber's
Okay
right back.
then.
Name me a better right back than Timber this season.
Mazraoui?
I
I put Timber at left back.
I feel like Mazraoui. I mean,
no. Go on.
Mazraoui has
more
been.
right back of this debate.
No, don't get me wrong. Mazraoui, I'm a big fan of Mazraoui.
I'm a big fan of Mazraoui.
I'm a big fan of
Okay.
him.
Yeah, that Chelsea game.
And if we're doing Premier League team of the season. So what?
Mazraoui
Mazraoui
is
is my
in it,
team.
guaranteed.
But I left back because Timber this season he's balling out next level.
Okay,
So
that's
why
shit.
can't we put him at left back?
I think because Timber primarily played at left back.
No, but he was brought in to be right back.
No,
And
but
it's
it's not
not
what he's played. It's not what he's played.
Okay, you can say that, but
It's
No,
where
but-
he's played.
yeah,
It's
but
fine.
he
But-
played more right back this season now. He started 3 in a row at right back.
no, but we have like Dallo and Mazraoui, but we still play Mazraoui on that right hand flank over, put him on the left because
Yeah.
we believe he, as a player.
I mean,
is
to be
better
honest,
than
it
Dallo
doesn't
at
make a
right.
difference.
We can
I mean,
get
it's the
both
same
in.
thing.
Yeah, it's the
Both
thing.
right.
But I'm saying at right back, Tim has been the best in the league this season.
So then how can Mazraoui be team of the season?
I'll put him at left back. That's what I'm saying. I'll put him left. Mazraoui gets into the team of the season.
So does he get into the combined 11?
Yeah,
I
I give you. I
both
give you.
ways,
either way,
yeah.
it doesn't
So
matter.
who's going where?
He said Timber left back. I said Mazraoui. Whoever, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Mazraoui
matter.
and
It's the
Timber.
same thing.
For logistics, who's going
I think
where?
Mazraoui at right back. Timber
Okay,
left
fine.
back.
Okay, sure.
Alright, cool.
Yep.
Look, we got some agreement.
Centre backs, Gabriel and Saliba. Let's just skip it, bro.
I mean, definitely feel
Let's
back.
just skip it.
I mean,
Let's just skip, please. Let's not waste time.
I mean,
let's
that's
not waste
can I
time.
put Mazraoui at centre back?
That makes
What, you
sense.
want 2 Mazraoui?
Yeah, why not?
Great.
Alright, I mean, go on. You can talk about Saliba and Gabriel.
No, I don't need to. I don't need
No,
to.
it's...
It's not that. It's not like it's not a huge gap. They're still obviously your centre backs are good.
Yeah, of
But-
course.
But Saliba, Gabriel.
Saliba,
Yeah, of course. Lisandro and
I mean,
they're not
there's
bad.
not as
They're very
much.
good.
I mean, look, with Van Dijk, Konaté coming through, it's a very interesting point that, Saliba and Gabriel
Yeah,
haven't
Euro's in the
really...
match squad.
Yeah?
He's in the match squad.
He's not gonna start against Arsenal.
He
If
will.
he does,
No, he
we'll
will.
have to do that again.
No, he will because Martinez and Kobe Manu are suspended.
I hope he does, not in a rude way, but this is his first game and it's gonna be a big
I think
test.
he will start.
I think it would be naive to start him. I really do.
He'll start or it will be Luke Shaw.
It will be Luke Shaw. You can't start Euro in this game. He's 19. He hasn't
Yeah,
played
why
yet.
debate
He got
this?
injured
He's
for
not
months.
playing.
Yeah, let's not debate.
But you never know. It could happen.
Midfield,
It could happen.
Odegaard.
Wait, what's the
That
midfield?
Where?
Is it just
So
three
it's
man?
Say your
4-3-3,
midfield three. I'll
4-3-3.
say my midfield three.
Okay,
Okay, no, go for the ones that you think
No,
you both
let him
agree
say
on.
his midfield three. I'll
Rice.
say my midfield three.
Odegaard. I'll put Bruno in there on merit.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not trying to build the best possible team. It's
I
just
say
who
Pochettino.
deserves to be in there. Yeah.
So
I've
I'm
got-
combining a bit of this season and who they are.
Okay,
Yeah.
so who are you putting on?
Bruno, Odegaard, Rice.
Who's he think?
Rice,
Odegaard
Odegaard,
and Bruno.
Partey.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be fair, Partey's
I did want to put Partey. I didn't want to
He
put
said
Partey in
Rice,
there.
Odegaard, Partey.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
Arsenal front, Arsenal midfield.
Why not
yeah.
Bruno? Why not Bruno? What's going on with Bruno?
Okay.
To be fair,
We're
I
talking
see
about
this.
Bruno and the Ruben Amorim. I mean, that's a different topic. But pre-Ruben Amorim, let's be
Yeah.
honest. Like,
No,
his
no,
performance
no,
has not
he's been
been-
terrible. I put Bruno in there just to make it a bit more like United, but I respect that. And that would be my midfield if I took the...
Stop being pity, alright?
Yeah.
Say
not
you're
that pity.
midfield three.
Trying
Alright,
to get
he
views
said,
here.
alright, he
Trying
said
to
it
get
for me.
views and
Alright, he said it for me. He said it for me. Respect.
The thing is,
I mean-
the thing is, we play with two-man midfield.
And
so
what do you think?
like-
I mean, I've seen a lot of criticism of Bruno Fernandes, especially
Yes.
on a Ten Hag. I mean, not even from rival fans. We've done it before, right? Don't worry. I'm saying Man United fans. People are saying that he just spams long balls. Always look for the what's it called, the final pass. Always looking for the signature pass. What's the camera pass? Whatever the word is.
Hollywood ball.
Hollywood ball.
Hollywood
That's the
ball.
word. Hollywood ball. He's always looking for that Kevin De Bruyne. You know what I mean?
And he
That
just
He
ball.
did
didn't use the KDB.
Alright, sorry.
He didn't use
Actually,
the KDB.
we need to bring him. No. Alright, go. So what do you think? Can Ruben Amorim change that, or will he always stay as Bruno Fernandes?
I think he's always going to say Bruno Fernandes. I just don't think you can.
Yeah, it's been
at
too many
his
years.
age, innit?
Too
Yeah.
many years.
Just, he's so used to it now. This is that's the player he is.
But
He's
is that
not-
not something rare? Is that not more like a discipline problem?
No,
Yeah.
that's the kind of
No,
player
that's just
he
the
is.
player he is.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
Is that-
no
is that-
what it is.
can you
There's
not
no
coach- can you not coach
Nah.
that? Is that not coachable?
No.
Because even for Portugal, he plays a lot better and he plays differently. But for Portugal, he does still do the Hollywood pass. Not
Yeah,
as
he
much
does.
as he does
Yeah.
in United,
Nice.
but that's
He
a better
definitely
system in
does.
Portugal.
Mm.
For Portugal. So okay, midfield. Alright, cool. Attack. Saka.
1-3. Saka.
Yeah,
This
Saka.
season, Diallo is gonna get in there.
I think
I know
Diallo
he plays
left
right wing
wing,
back, but
yeah.
he's gonna be in there. Striker.
I think Rasmus Højlund.
Over
to get
Havertz.
in. Yeah.
No. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No.
Well, right now I wouldn't say so. We'll see at the end of the
I
season.
think since Rasmus has been here, Kai Havertz has scored more than him
He's been better than him.
What in all comps?
in the Premier
They
League
just-
for
How
certain.
much did he score last year?
He got 15, I think. Let
I
me
mean,
check.
it doesn't matter. Havertz was
I don't
better
think
than
I
him
got 10.
last season.
I
Anyway.
mean,
Oh no, he got more than that.
Havertz was better than him last season anyway.
Yeah.
But if Havertz is so great, why do they want a new striker then?
Let me just search it because I've searched it out. But this is a great question.
I agree. I'm a Havertz. Obviously left Chelsea, so I don't want him to do great, but let's be honest.
Why?
He's been better than
Why are
Haaland.
Chelsea
13
fans
goals.
so resentful?
So 3 more
Because
than
of what
what
he
he
said.
No,
after he
but
left.
okay, cool. Havertz got 13 goals, but remember, before February, he was playing in midfield.
Yeah.
And he was
then,
terrible.
Then the position changed.
Since he came to
Hoyland
striker.
wasn't playing with a back injury, so
But that's
When he was out,
I
so-
think that
When did-
goes. I
he
think that
came
goes
in
against Haaland.
When did Haaland come in?
October.
But
So that's 2 months out.
they've had similar appearances though.
But I
No,
think
I
that's
think he's played less games. This season, Hoyland's played less games.
Yeah, this
and
is
forget
yeah.
the goals. Havertz is more crucial to the
Yeah,
team.
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. No, right now Havertz is a better striker.
Who would you rather have
Havertz.
in the long run?
Oh, 100%.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
We'll see with Hoyland when it comes
100%.
to.
that's the
with
thing. I feel
Amorim
like he
now.
hasn't got enough like under his belt
Yeah,
to
then
say.
say I can go and
Yeah.
have
Havertz is
Havertz.
what lived the entire season he was cooking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Oh,
In terms of another striker, I do agree actually. It's because his presence isn't.
It's not enough.
It's not enough,
Yeah.
and in games where
You need
we
that.
need more, we need a striker that's going to induce fear. Havertz, his chaos is the combinations that he makes with all other players when he drops in this and that. There's times where we're on the wing, he's not in the box to score. We need a striker there. Isaac, he's not the best aerially. I mean, he scored a great header against us, but that's not what he's known for. But he has that box threat. And I think there's no issue with having 2 great players in one position because you can change.
The modern game is going to need that with all the
Yeah,
games
of course.
stuff.
And with Havertz, there's a way. I don't want him to play in midfield, but there's a way where we can play him as in kind of a second striker.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's not what I'm suggesting, but I'm saying if we could tweak it in game where we have Havertz as a second striker and then Isaac, for example, or anyone playing as the main. But it's a great question. But I mean, yeah, the team's done.
Let's go
so
over it.
let's
guys.
go over it.
Yeah.
Wait, did you go left wing already?
Yeah,
Amad
Amad Diallo
yeah.
is on the
Oh,
left.
alright, cool.
So
Fair.
goalkeeper,
We went with Nana.
right back, left back. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it
Team
doesn't matter.
majority.
Yeah, majority,
Right,
Two
yeah.
players have been brilliant this season.
Yeah.
Centre backs, let's move on. Midfield, Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. Partey is just playing brilliantly. I
Yeah.
didn't want to say it because I want to give you, but I respect that. So that's the midfield. Partey's been brilliant this season. Since
Now the
the
front
Man City
three.
game where
Front
he
three.
made that mistake for the Haaland goal. But he's been brilliant. He's been playing like he has. Rice, when he plays in the 6, beautiful. Against Liverpool, solid. Odegaard, yeah, speaks for himself. Left
Front
wing,
three.
you got your boy.
Amad Diallo. I mean, you spoke on it before. I mean,
Cripple Garnacho in. considering.
Oh, no.
No,
I
no,
can't
no,
do it.
get out.
No,
No.
get out.
He's
What's
got
your
more goal
defense on?
contributions.
Amad Diallo is a
But we can
master
see
in Garnacho.
Diallo. Right now, we can already see it.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure
as a
you can
player,
see
Amad
it.
Diallo,
This
yeah,
guy's
better.
gonna,
Guaranteed.
he's going to become the main guy.
But before Amorim, people would say Garnacho has been Man United's most consistent player.
Yeah, but it's
Consistently whack.
it's
They
over.
just hate it.
He's overrated.
I don't think he's as good as
He's
Garnacho
not,
is
he's not even
overrated.
overrated anymore.
I mean,
He's now just.
Dean put. You
What?
remember the statement that you put down?
What is it? What is it? No, you told me. What did you say? I know.
So, just for everyone that hasn't, he said that it'll be a what's
A
it
crime.
called?
Travesty.
A
A crime.
travesty, crime against football. If Garnacho doesn't end his career with how many Ballon d'Ors does he say?
I want to be
One.
He
arrested.
said 3, actually.
Arrested.
Not
Okay, I didn't
two.
say 3, no, I
No,
didn't
he
say
said 3.
There's
He
no
said
way.
3. He said
He
3
said
Ballon
I
d'Ors.
didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
If that's a crime to
That-
football, please lock me up, man. Put me in the Arnie slot
I
penitentiary.
got caught in the CR7 hype, okay?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness
okay.
me.
So he
Oh,
said 3
my
Ballon d'Ors. I mean, look at your star boy. I mean, how's that going for you now?
That is
I got
terrible.
caught in the hype.
That is terrible.
He's not my star boy anymore, okay?
I mean, is he making 3 Ballon d'Ors?
He'll be lucky to be starting for United next year.
Yeah.
He'll be lucky to make 3 Ballon d'Or shortlist at this point.
But Amad Diallo and Saka on the wing, that's dangerous. Havertz right now over Rasmus, you
But it
can't
could
agree.
be,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
argue.
You can't.
Rasmus,
When is our return fixture?
I don't know. But
We'll see by
with
then, we'll see
Rasmus,
by then.
give him the time now because he has a manager that has. I think he has. I don't know if he should have faith in him now because he's trying the Rashford experiment.
100%.
Other than the goal, it's not going great.
I mean, look, to wrap up this preview, I mean, look, there's no better way to end it with some predictions.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
look,
wait, we didn't say what the score was going to be between us.
Yeah, he's,
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
introducing now.
Oh,
I'll let you go
prediction
first.
time.
I'll let you go
No,
first.
I'll let you go for your home team.
Yeah,
here's-
so you're the guest.
No.
You're coming into the line.
No,
Then,
you
alright,
say.
cool. I'm confident. Based on the Ipswich game, based on the Bodo Glimt game, they nipped 2 goals with a weakened side.
They've
That's
done that for a season. I remember last season they were not getting wins when they didn't deserve it.
Yeah, but Bodo Glimt, that wasn't their strongest team.
No.
They had players out. They nipped 2. Everton, 4-0, but it wasn't a 4-0 performance.
Debatable.
In the second half, maybe not.
I'm confident. I'm going 3-1. I don't think. I think we're going to concede and it's going to be Marcus Rashford.
That's so
This
funny.
guy always scores against Arsenal. Always.
The thing is, will he start though? I think he
No,
will
but
start.
I think
that
he
is
would.
the question.
I think he has the most goals against Arsenal, right?
I know he's got his goal record against the top 6.
Yeah.
His record is ridiculous.
That's why the only goal is I'm putting it for Rashford. I'm going 3-1.
To Arsenal.
Nah, of course Arsenal.
Because I was going to go with. It could go either way. It could either be.
We need a prediction.
It could be 2-1 Man United.
No, you gotta make a.
Don't sit on the fence.
You need a firm prediction.
It could be 3-1 Man United.
Oh.
It could be.
Okay, so you're getting.
That is disgusting.
Next episode is gonna be.
You could win, but never 3-1.
We've done it before.
Never 3-1.
Look, I mean, United turn up.
You think you're gonna do what you did in 2018? The Lingard dance, that's gonna happen. Is that
That's a great time.
He's saying that's
He's frozen.
Lingard.
No, but seriously though, innit?
What?
That was the last time we won at the Emirates, right?
It might have been.
Actually, it isn't.
It might have been.
Because we lost the
Forget
Xhaka
FA
long
Cups,
shot.
yeah, we're talking about Premier League.
Then you beat us 2-0 with Pepe. Emirates was 0-0. You beat us 3-1.
3-2.
And then 21-23 season.
3-2.
And then 3-2. And then last season, you beat us 2-1? No, 4. Was that 3-1?
No. 3-1.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it'll be a big game for Everton, you know. He hasn't
I
played.
think if he can win this game and win against you, I think Man United have a very good chance of getting top 4 then.
Okay, so what's your final prediction?
I'll go with... Who will concede a goal? It depends how many
We'll concede a goal.
Beautiful.
It depends how many we put against you. I'll go 2-1. I'll go 2-1 Man United.
So what's Jesus saying?
Oh, my prediction. I think it'll be comfortable for Arsenal. I feel like this. I think it'll be a surprise package because
I think we're gonna play counter-attacking football against you.
But that's what you always do. That's what you always done. Under 10 Hag, that's what you always done.
No, but under Amorim, we have
Wait, so what's the score again?
True.
I mean, you said
3-1.
3-1, 2-1 to United.
2-1.
I say 2-0 to Arsenal.
Oh wow. Okay.
Who the score is? Oh, we didn't say goal score.
Well, actually, yeah, you said goal scorers. Yeah.
Other
I
kind.
don't know, but the thing is,
We don't
we
know,
don't
leave
know.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
2-0 Arsenal.
I'll go 3 now, Arsenal.
Wow.
I didn't see United humbling.
Look, in the predicted, combined 11, we put
You
what?
got
3
humble,
United,
right? Couldn't be us.
3 United players,
It's true.
rest
true.
Arsenal.
True.
What do you know? Talking about?
United humbling, I think.
Okay.
I think these are the type of games that Arsenal to see out to get that towel.
I think if
Arsenal
we beat
flying,
you in
man.
it, yeah, I think your title challenge is in severe
that's
danger.
a good question.
Yes.
Because if Liverpool do win, you're
Yes.
12 points.
Will you
behind.
accept it?
If we lose, depending on the Liverpool result, I can't say now.
Well,
I feel like just losing to United anyway is not good
And I
for
would
the
beat City ahead of you if they win.
I don't know
If
about
we go 11 points.
I think
behind,
even if you got a draw, that's a bad
if we
result
got
for
11
you.
points behind Liverpool, it's over.
If you drop points against United, it's over.
Any drop points against us and you're done.
That's 2 points down. That's
Yeah.
what? That's.
And think about who you're
10.
dropping points to. It's not a strong United side by
that's
any
true.
means.
If we got 11 points behind Liverpool, it's over. If we're not 11 points, but I'll still believe. I'll still believe. I think we're gonna win.
Also, we're acting like that 9 points can't drop. Liverpool will drop.
Yeah, of course,
They're
of
gonna
course.
drop.
The thing is, they look like they're the least likely to drop. They're not at the top.
I know, but
they
they
dropped
can't.
points against
It's just
Nottingham
not.
Forest, so
But I think they're learning their craft. I think now.
Yeah, but it's just not possible.
It's gonna catch
they
up
can't
eventually.
forever
It's
keep
gonna
it
catch
up.
up.
Of course,
No team can do
no,
that.
no
they
team
did this when they
gonna
won the league. They were like what, 27 games undefeated, didn't it? You were
Yeah.
fucking quaking in your boots.
No, I knew Watford were gonna do a job for me. I knew it. But yeah, I mean that's all the predictions wrapped up. We've gone through the games. We've gone through the big game. We've gone through the Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, Tottenham game as well. We've just done the combined 11. We've done the mini game. So that's the first episode of the pod done. I think we've done a pretty good job. And so yeah, expect us to be about creating content. We're gonna hopefully try and do this weekly. Make predictions, do whatever, our analysis, this and that. If you got any suggestions on what we can do, if you got any improvements for us, if you got any games that you think are good or anything like that, respond to anything that we've said in the clips or in the whole podcast. Let us know. And yeah, thank you guys. Yeah.
I mean, like, share, subscribe, turn the notification bell on,
Yeah.
and listen to suggestions in the comments.
That's alright. Dean, any point comments?
No, I'm just anyone that is watching. We are really grateful to take the time out to give us a chance, as we're gonna. It's a learning curve. This is so. Yeah, just give us the comments, give us the feedback, and yeah, that's what I got to say.
Abdul?
Awesome.
And that's it, guys. Thank you, guys.
Okay, then.
There you go, done.